We're back with another segment of Mortgage Minute sponsored by Caliber Home Loans. And Gina Spearman is with us again today. She is a licensed mortgage originator for Caliber right here in Atlanta. So we're always happy to see you because you have great information for us, Gina. I think that some people's New Year's resolution would be to buy a new home in 2016. So for them, they're going to have a lot of things prepared in order to get a mortgage. We talked about that on our last show. So one of the things that may scare them a little bit is all the documentation that's needed. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, Susie. It can be a little overwhelming when you get handed a list of all these documents you need to come up with to buy a home, but we indeed hope that everyone is going to make it their New Year's resolution to buy a new home in 2016, and it's really not that overwhelming. Some of the basic documents you're going to need, Susie, are your W-2s from your employer if you work as a salaried or a hourly individual, your paycheck stubs, which are something you should have handy since you're usually paid every 2 weeks or once a month. You'll also need your bank statements for the last 2 months, and that would be your checking and your savings accounts. If you have a 401k, you would also need proof of that, and those are usually a quarterly statement, so the most recent statement for that is fine. Susie, for the loan application, 2 years is the magic number we say in the mortgage business, and that means that we want to know your last 2 years employment history, so where you've been working the last 2 years. It's okay if it's not the same employer, as well as where you've lived for the last 2 years, so residency history. One of the final things that you're probably going to need at that initial loan application is your picture ID. A driver's license is usually the most common use for that. And Susie, certain loan programs would need additional documentation. For example, the VA loan, which is for veterans, would require a DD-214 as well as a certificate of eligibility from the VA.
So I'm sure there's different needs for different mortgage products, Gina, and the best thing to do is to call you to find out how you can help everyone with their own personal mortgage needs. So would you let them know how to get in touch with you?
Absolutely, yeah. Susie. Feel free to contact Caliber Home Loans at 678-480-4584 or visit us online at caliberhomeloans.com. Let us guide you home.